Welcome back everyone. In my previous episode on Big Mike's van, I installed the batteries and shared some critical wiring tips. If you didn't see those, the links are in the description. I promise you will find this information very useful for your own projects. And today I take the final step. I am connecting the main power, building a custom control panel, and I'm wiring up lights, fridge and a water pump. It is time to bring this van to life.
Another day, and the weather is not so great as it was before, but we still have a lot of job to do on a Big Mike van. So the plan for today is these big wires that should be connected to the battery, and then they go to the killing switch, and I'm gonna use a fuse for the positive wire. So technically this one red gonna go somewhere there, that's gonna split for the fuse, and this end will go to the positive terminal. So that's how it's gonna work. So I didn't put the fuse in, so the fuse is in there. This system is not live, it's mean this wire is also not live, and the idea is I don't want them to be live until I finish, until everything is connected. And when everything is connected and everything is double checked, only then I put the main fuse, and it's mean I'm giving the power to the whole system. Alright, so in this area I'm kind of done. It's not completely finished because there are still a lot of, I want to put a lot of P-clips, cable ties, so I'm gonna start installing the control panel, and those wires should go to the control panel somewhere there, but there are some kind of two pieces of wood, so I will remove those two boards, and in ideal world I will try to match it with this thickness. So yeah, let's start taking them off and cut a piece of ply. Alright, that's what we've got, and I think it's gonna be quite cool, nice panel. Try it. Here it is. So it's gonna stay like this. And then after that Mike always can take it out and do overcarpeting or wherever he likes to do. So it's gonna be nice and covered, yeah. As I said, all this wood is still gonna be covered with so the cosmetical part, I would say, the design part, I'm gonna leave it for Mike. My thing is just a technical side. And this is gonna be my 240-volt charger, which is gonna go directly to the battery. It's already fused. If you remember, I did fuse it near the charger itself. This one is a ceiling light. And yeah, it's only LED, so it doesn't need to be thick. This one called the ampage exactly right for the ceiling lights, for LED ceiling lights. And this one is my main control panel. So that's gonna be the main one, and it's also fused in a little fuse box. And another thing is I wanna keep them same length, so that's why I'm connecting everything here, not from behind, because just in the case it's really gonna be engineer friendly. So if in some way Mike or someone else need to take the panel out, they can take it out and check all the fuses, check all the wires, or they can just go from behind. But this length of wires will allow us to easily take the control panel out. Bye Mike, see you later. Turning on. So far so good, everything is fine. And now going out. First thing is the power, and shows 12.6 volts on both batteries. Then should be ceiling lights. Hey, off. Then should be an aux. Aux is feeding fridge, and I left another spare contact for Mike, so yay, fridge is working. Now fresh water pump, and let's have a look. Yeah, cool. We can turn it off, turn it off, turn it off, and turn it off. Brilliant. The main idea is done, so now all the wires in the right places. What I can do now, I'm just not gonna film it, I'm just gonna do it a bit of tidying up. I will see which wires I can cope together, put maybe some of the conduits just to make it a bit more safe. Maybe some extra P-clips, you know, just things like that. But at least everything is working as I wanted. By the way, if you can leave me your comments and your advices. Also, I'm always open for learning, you know, and I always want to grab in more and more experience as I can. So please, guys, feel free to write everything in the comments. I'm not gonna block anything, I'm not gonna delete anything, and just give me your advices. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next episodes. Bye.